He's on the phone.
Yeah, I know. It was great timing.
He's like, yeah, he's setting a cricket bet right now.
Yeah, yeah. He's contacting his folks in Bangladesh. They've got the best lines over there.
All right.
Shout out Magic City Highlight.
All right.
Hey, it's Cigar
This
City. Cigar
is
City, not Magic City. But
this
yeah.
is the Circle of Podcasts, a podcast where we talk about Mizzou basketball and only Mizzou basketball. I don't care how good the cricket team's doing. I don't care how well the golf team's doing. We're here to talk about Mizzou basketball beating the Titans of Alabama State and Bethune Cookman. No, we already talked about. I'm here to talk about Bethune Cookman. I don't care about Alabama State. We talked about Alabama State. We rambled about Alabama State. If you want to hear
right,
us
I apologize.
losing
That's
our
my
minds about Alabama State, go to our YouTube live. I deleted the VOD actually because
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, I don't think there's any way to. I don't think there's anywhere to find that actually, which is probably
it's
good.
lost media. If you watch
Yeah.
that live, you got to
Yeah.
see secret stuff. Here,
It's
I'll
like the
summarize our
blackface
thoughts on.
episodes of Always Sunny getting canceled.
I'll summarize our thoughts on Alabama State. It was bad. The team played bad. Only Mark Mitchell played well, and somewhat Jacob Cruz. Everything else was bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cruz was,
Great.
Cruz was good. I won't even
Cruz
say
was good.
somewhat. Cruz
The
was,
starting
Cruz,
lineup-
Cruz good again.
The starting lineup was good. So playing devil's advocate pod, first comment. I don't remember them ever commenting for this. I think we might be ass. Maybe. But this Bethune-Cookman game was a lot better. I'll say that right now. I'm gonna open up by saying, one, it's obvious. It's plainly obvious to me that they did 10-game sample of the jumbo lineup and said, we're not touching this again with a 10-foot pole. Because now they're starting Jacob Cruz. Every lineup has only one non-shooting like big on it. And even then, like basically they will start Mark and Sean together. And then after that, it's either Mark or Sean. Like one or the other. And if the Sean's out there, they're making, and Mark are out there, they're making sure they have multiple shooters out there. But I thought that game against Bethune-Cookman was solid. Does it make me think we're beating Illinois? No. I think I'm going to have to see us beat Illinois to believe we're going to beat Illinois. But that was a lot better than Alabama State. And it was a lot better than Kansas and Notre Dame before that. I think we can point directly to they're finally doing the correct lineup. Curtis, thoughts?
It seems that simple. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like I could sit here and try to come up with like, I don't know, some sort of crazy fan take. It seems that simple. It's like, look, I don't want like Notre Dame, we didn't look awful the whole game. We had some really good stretches. It was a tough loss in the end. I made my thoughts known about our defense there. Kansas game was kind of a disaster. And it feels like that just carried over into Alabama State. But really, it's like, yeah, they played the lineup that most people have been complaining about. Or, I'm sorry, they changed the lineup that everyone had been complaining about to what everyone wanted. And then we magically looked better. You know what I mean? Like, is it just that simple? Like, do we need to get too complicated with it? Or is that it? Like, I don't know if Mike's got any analytics stuff on it.
Well, I
or
thought
you do. But
I don't have any specific analytics. I do have what my eyes told me. These two suckers right here. And
analytics.
what I saw was a lot better defensive effort by all guys on the field. I thought the defensive game plan was really good. I thought guys were active. A lot of good steals when opponents were like looking into the lane or looking for a pass. I thought a lot better instincts and really solid rotations. I will say, for someone who probably analytically will be busted the whole year about defense, I think Jacob Cruz plays some of the best team defense of anyone on the team. Like if you really watch him, like rewatch his section and just watch him play, he doesn't overwatch the ball. He steps into where he needs to be. He plays tall. He rarely fouls on defense. Like he plays smart. He rotates where he's supposed to be. That doesn't mean he won't get beat. That doesn't mean he won't like someone which can make a shot over him. But like he is where he is. He crashes boards.
Of course, yeah.
And he does his assignment. Like so much of this issue, I think, is just guys doing the assignment, given them correctly, and he's doing it, and that's why he deserves to start. Mike, initial thought of the game.
Probably one of our best games.
Uh-huh.
I would say very, very well rounded. Pretty close to one of our best defensive performances. That's what we should do against Bethune Cookman, Bama State, Cleveland State, South Carolina State,
Howard.
South Dakota, Prairie View, VMI.
Mhm.
Should always be like that. We got the team to do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it.
Ain't nothing to do but
I
do it.
like your Jacob Cruz take. Like what I'll say about his defense is like you alluded to it. Like his advanced stats aren't good on defense. You know what I mean? Like there's obviously weaknesses in his game. Like you said, he's gonna get beat sometimes. Yada yada yada. What I think he does really well is he anticipates where the ball's going really well, and he moves towards where the ball is going without cheating. You know what I mean? He doesn't get himself too far out of position, but those couple of anticipatory steps there, how's that for a word? Those couple of anticipatory steps, I think, like getting him into a good position to get a rebound, get a hand on the ball, get a hand up in a shooter's face, things like that. That's how I'd best describe his defense.
Did you just pat yourself on the back for saying anticipatory?
Exactly. You bet I did. I promise you I haven't used a word that big in however long we've been doing this, so...
Well, so I really tried to take some notes this game. I have my playing well list, my average list, and my not well list. I want you guys to critique me on this list.
Okay.
Sean Phillips, best defensive effort I've seen out of him. He doesn't force anything. He needs to improve on his passing a little bit, but like a very good overall game. And if he plays that sort of game every time, I'll be very happy.
What we wanted from him, basically, I think.
He actually blocked shots. Like he jumped very high and blocked a shot. For a guy who people talk about all the time for how high he can jump, he jumped very high and blocked a shot. I thought that was good.
Yes.
I already did my whole cruise thing. Mark Mitchell, always good. It's actually crazy how you can just anticipate him being this good every game. I also want to give him a shout out. I don't know if I said this in previous pods. Does anyone have driving as such an important part of their game and never gets charges? He moves so well and never draws a charge. It's wild. It's like his movements are so fluid, so clean, and he's so good at getting to a spot that no one can ever jump in front of him and pull a charge. I honestly think it's very impressive.
It's a really underrated aspect that I don't think I've heard anyone talk about before. So that's a really good note. He doesn't put his head down, I think is the key. He doesn't just decide I'm going straight to the rim no matter what, and guys can slide in. He's always looking for that little bit of space, you know, that little, Euro step
also,
left, right.
He is 100% on, if he gets the ball at the top of the key during transition above the 3-point line, he is going to take 3 steps and lay it in. No one's stopping him. It's wild. Lastly on that list, Northweather. Taking shots, plays good D. Also took some inside shots. He did this one great move where he got the ball, 2 guys jumped over him, and then he laid it in. A few mistakes here and there, but overall good. So that was me starting the first half. And on my not well list, I had Ant because my blood was boiling. I was about to lose it about how Ant played, and then he had an amazing second half, which I hope we can take to the rest of the game. But if you were to tack Ant on for the second half on the list, was there anyone else that really stood out to you to playing really well in that game?
Mike, yeah, I was gonna let you take the floor, but I know you were a big fan of Ant.
Yeah, that was, I think, spot on. Echo what you said. Everyone did their role like the starting 5, so let's keep on cruising.
Cruising. We're circling up. The only player I marked as not playing well, Sebastian Mack. I think this dude needs a little time in the oven. I think he needs a little time in the transfer oven, where he's the transfer player that we have every year who just needs a little bit more time to figure it out. I think hopefully sometime during the year it clicks. If not, like Jacob Cruz really improved a lot mid to the end of the year. Hope to see that from Mac. Next year is probably going to be the year he's actually showing his stuff. But like right now, it's like he drives, and it feels like he has literally decided, I'm going to just shoot no matter what, and that shot's going to be a bad one. His passing is still not very good. He is too inconsistent from 3-pointer, and he's not creating for others. His drive isn't the purpose of creating opportunity. His drive is, I'm just gonna throw this ball up the rim in some manner and try to get fouled, and it's not working for him right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, and I think part of it is, well, you said again, is that a phrase that people use, more time in the transfer oven?
I made that up.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we might need to shelf that one. That
I'm
sounds
kind of a
little weird.
wordsmith.
Okay, yeah, and like anticipatory, like that's a good word in my opinion. Anyway, Sebastian Mack, I think part of it's just like, yeah, it's our offense. We don't have that like pick and roll game to create those lanes and those passes. I think that he's
Or the
used
picks are
to.
weak.
It's both.
But
It's kind of everything, and his game doesn't suit what we are doing right now.
Ever since I made that claim, I really tried to watch the offense, like what was the offense trying to do. And I think a lot of the times the purpose of the initial pick and roll at the top, which they do, they gave him a few picks at the top of the key. It's often not for the driver to actually score. It's like you're driving and then we're doing some sort of cut in the back or some sort of back pick or so there's another action where if you have a wide open lane, good for it. If not, here's who you're supposed to get it to. And he's never getting it to the next thing. There's no move.
It's almost
after.
like the first like pre-snap motion, like in football, where it's like there's motion where you're gonna flip it to a guy. There's motion that actually is like active motion, and there's motion of like we're gonna kind of see what the defense is doing a little bit here, and try to just kind of open up the field a little bit. And it feels like that's kind of the point of this. It's almost that like that little half motion, like pre-snap, essentially.
Is there anyone else you guys would say had a bad game? I don't think anyone else really had a bad game. Okay. Here's my average. Hey, you were there. T.O. I thought he played good D. He's still struggling to have a thing on offense. What's his thing? He actually took a shot, missed, but he took a shot. He will sometimes crash really well on off shots. He sometimes make a great pass. Sometimes it's awful. I think when we were watching A&M, preview A&M, you mentioned Mike, like 2 different times he had passes that was the correct pass, but like couldn't put it there. So like him with Ant, when Ant is cooking, is amazing because they're both ferocious on D. But like my concern is where like there needs to be a little bit more offensive progression, especially with Jane Stone out. Porter, here's what I did. I decided when Jonte played in the second half, I was like, I want to be nice to Jonte. I'm gonna watch him very closely when he's playing.
We're always
and say the things he did well. You ready? Got back on D after a turnover and played it well, but didn't get the rebound. You could blame his teammates for that. He used his height to hit a shot in the paint over someone he was 6 inches taller than. Love to see that. He did have one really, really good move where he drove in, kind of hesitated. The guy thought he was going to shoot. He then like did a little post move around him and laid it up. Amazing. And the announcers were like, he's known as a 3-point shooter. I'm like, really?
It was.
And then, so that was great by him. But besides that, sure. They actually played him at the 5, which I think he actually needs to do more of with Mark.
Yeah, you've been talking about that all year.
And then Boat, I also put an average game. But then, like manna from heaven, he took a 3, and I felt the angel sing, and he hit it. And I went, okay.
Okay.
And then the next play,
Do you do it again?
he took another 3. And I went, and now we're like, okay, now we're seeing it come together. I think he took a third 3 and he missed it, but the 3 was open. Like it wasn't a forced 3. It was like he was in the corner and he was open. But it's like,
It wasn't a heat check pull up from
bro,
30
please
feet.
keep doing that. Please, for the love, like it brought me so much energy when I saw it. 'Cause it's like if he hits 3s regularly,
Your socks, you
the
said.
season kind of changed. Like, I'm not joking. Like, that's how desperately we need someone else to hit 3s. Even when Jane Stone comes back, we still need someone who could shoot. We have a lot of guys who can play defense, though that defense comes and goes as a team. We need him to hit shots. Because right now it seems like his offensive motion, which the coaches even talked about it, is that like he gets the ball and he's supposed to either drive and do something or pass it off. Like, really simple decision set. But on a lot of plays, especially in Anna Mark on the floor, he's the guy standing in the corner. He's the guy standing, like, rotating at the top of the key for the open pass. I just need him to just hit 3s. Just hit 3s. Anyone else you guys want to bring up?
No, I want to double down on Jacob Cruz real quick and just go through his stat line. I know we already gave him his flowers, so to speak, but he outscored Mark. B, 8 for 9 from the floor, 3 for 4 on 3. If a guy goes 8 for 9 from the field and I don't say that out loud, I'd feel bad about myself. So I just wanted to get that. Don't you dare.
I think what was beautiful about Ant is that in the second half, he made 2 and 1s in a row. 2 and 1s in a row. Both huge shots. He then followed up with good defense. He wasn't fouling. And it was finally him driving to do something. And part of it was that I think, honestly, we're finally seeing the effect of having Jacob Cruz on the floor with him at the same time at the start of the half. Because this was right at the start of the second half, he exploded. He's still not hitting threes. But if he can consistently drive and make shots, that opens up so much, because if he can start drawing more pressure off his drives, that opens up the next thing, So really, like, it was so, like, that Bethune coming in, just seeing him have a game in the second half, undeniably so important.
Yeah.
And man,
first half felt a little, I don't know. It wasn't bad, but
it was bad. No, it was bad. He was like, he was not good.
The change in text messages in our like group text from first half to second half regarding Ant, absolutely insane.
I was preparing on here
that volatile. But,
I was preparing to come up here and rant, like really rant about Ant again, and he pulled through. So, and if we have any chance against Illinois, it's gonna be him. It's got to be him making shots. And then also John Sunvold on the broadcast, get a little hint that he thinks Jane Stone's going to be playing.
What do you say? I had to like I was.
They were talking about, like, he heard a stand and he goes, "Well, I think we'll see him for the Illinois game." I'm a John Sunvold, you dog.
If anyone would know that is
Johnny Sun.
Know what I mean, on the team,
Mr. Brightside himself.
Probably probably him.
Here's the thing: do you guys watch the actual broadcast with the sound on?
Normally I do, but I was at the Jaguars game, so I've rewatch it later.
I've been speaking a lot, but I gotta say my piece about John Sunvold as an announcer. He does well. My problem is who they pair with him decides that the bit has to be to constantly ask John Sunvold his stats, how well he played, and then when he tries to deflect and be like, "Please stop talking about my game," they're like, "Oh, you're so humble, John Sunvold." Oh, like, they're taking free throws, like, "John Sunvold, what did you shoot from free throw?" It's like, dude, he played 30 years ago. He wants to talk about the game in front of him. He does not want to talk about his playing time at Mizzou. Please stop. And I'm sorry that you're a crappy color guy who has nothing else to say about John Sunvold's career, but please move on, because John Sunvold actually brings good insight. He makes really good points. He's talking about the game flow. And this guy's like, "I want to make jokes about John Sunvold's career." And I was so frustrated by that announcing.
I do really like John Sunvold as an announcer. I think this is just like kind of a product of, like, we've seen it across all networks, but like ESPN, especially with the, like, SEC Network Plus, all this, they're throwing random dudes together on these broadcast crews that even if they have worked together a little bit, they don't really have any like chemistry, you know what I mean? It always feels a little bit forced. And they go with like the homers, like we get like Tom Hart or John Sunvold. We used to get what was his name? Jared Sutton.
Jared Sutton. Yes, Jared Sutton.
Jared Sutton used to do it a lot. Not a lot, but Jared Sutton definitely did a couple games. And yeah, I don't know. The other guy is always kind of trying to lean into the, "Hey, you're the hometown dude. You know, everyone here knows you. I'm just going to try to tee you up." But it gets in the way of actually good commentary. And I think John Sunvold actually, he's got a great voice. B, I think he's got good insight. And C, good feel for the game. So there's, more flowers. We're just tossing out flowers tonight.
Deservedly. Mike, you had some stuff you wanted to show about the Bethune-Cookman game?
Yeah, let's hit the old present button, Professor.
Do you have it?
I do. It's a visual.
Old egghead.
Old egghead. Kind of share the screen, I guess.
Dude, they should have us announce. Yeah, click share screen like it's a Zoom. They should have us announce a game. Imagine if we got like SEC Plus. Let's bring in these 3 guys to announce.
I'm gonna do that for the bragging rights game. I'm gonna send in a request, a media request.
It was the that viral clip of the like it was like an Indiana like local news anchor who was doing sports for the first time. Like he wasn't the sports anchor, but the sports anchor called out sick and he was trying to do basketball and the pass to the corner and bang, boom goes the dynamite.
Boom goes the dynamite.
And boom goes the dynamite. It's like, ah, man.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Yeah, that'd be a good bit. Yeah, I'll share this.
We got this.
Oh, he's about to share. Mike sharing a screen for the first time instead of relying on me. He can do it.
I can do it.
Oh, nope, he's sharing Curtis. Okay.
Oh fuck.
Yo,
sharing
Mizzou women beat
Curtis, what?
SLU. I can also do a little thing on Mizzou women's basketball because I'm in paying tertiary attention to them.
I don't think am I doing this right? I don't
You
think
did.
so.
You were showing it. Where'd it go?
It was fine. It was fine.
Curtis was so excited he had to look at his phone again.
I'm doing a million things right now.
I'm doing a million.
This is not
right,
not
sorry,
fun. I'm not in a good
sorry.
space.
All right, we good. We good.
Yeah, man.
All
Let's see.
right.
Okay, what's this telling us?
So this
Is this a we suck graph?
no. It's just interesting. There's a offense and then a defense.
Okay. Get offensive with me, Mike. Also,
Get
before
on.
you start, I had dinner with my parents the other day, and my dad said, "You guys interrupt Mike too much." So, me, Curtis, you and I need to let Mike cook here, and not get in his way.
Please.
I'm currently setting a pick for you, Mike. You're about to curl. Go for it.
Yeah, curl, step back.
Let me stop you right there.
Don't yell at me.
What are these numbers? Yeah. All right, I'm done.
All right.
I'm done.
Column left. This year's stats. Last year's rank is in the middle. Change is third column, obviously. Very interesting that we were shooting a ton of free throws last year. Number 1 in the country. Granted, this is full season versus half season rank, but kind of indicative and kind of how we're playing right now. Not getting to the line a lot. Not shooting free throws well either, obviously. No change. Field goal attempt, field goal percentage is still very strong. So we're still overall a good shooting team. 3-point attempts went, I would say, a significant decline. Goes back to my earlier comments. I need to pull that write-up, the off-season write-up about Mizzou, and find out who interviewed Gates and why Gates said he wanted to shoot 800 threes, but I don't think that's happening this year. That's like really the big takeaways. You can, read this and soak this in your free time.
So, here's the thing, though. Is it bad that we're shooting less threes when the people who would be shooting those threes probably wouldn't make those threes?
Yeah, I think it's fine that we're not. I think it's fitting our system, and we have the wherewithal not, to have guys chuck up 3, 4, 5 unnecessary threes. So I'm perfectly content with it, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I think so. It's improved. Wait. So mid-range attempt rate. We're taking more mid-rangers, and that's good.
Yeah. That's open to interpretation, I think.
Yeah, it depends on I think.
It's simply just the numbers.
Yeah, Curtis said numbers as he fills up his vape or whatever the Florida man does.
So we're assisting on
anywho,
3. It's interesting. Okay. I don't want to cook in this a little bit more. It's
we're
natural
getting
that
a lot of points close to the rim.
I just realized I'm fucking interrupting you.
More
Please,
than
keep going.
More than last year, we're getting more points closer to the rim. So we're not shooting a ton of threes. We're either driving, not getting a foul, not going to the line, but making those mid-range shots. Because we're still a good shooting team overall. Our field goal temper. I mean, it's not we're not beating down doors 211 out of 364 or whatever, but it's consistent. Having lost a lot of, I would say, our offensive weapons, so to speak, especially with a grill or Bates, but I think the proximity, the last one, is very interesting. Even with a really good shooting team last year, we were still very high up at shooting closer to the basket, and this year we're 15 spots ahead. I just think that's just our offense right now. It's sometimes when it looks stagnant, that's a lot of comments I see on Reddit and Facebook from, angry grandpas and uncles. Is it just a stagnant stand around offense? Which is true. We have our moments, but that's just the weapons that we have out there. So that's my take. I don't view this as a bad, our efficiency went from 4, we're in the 60s right now. We were predicted to be in the 30s, so a slight underperformance. Our free throw attempt rate, as I alluded to, it fell off a cliff. It's
That's my
somewhere,
biggest concern.
it's somewhere in the creek behind the engineering buildings. I don't know where it is.
Why is that happening?
It's in the nuclear reactor.
Yeah, yes, they're boiling it down for power. I don't know. I don't know if it's just guys not getting.
But they're not driving into guys. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know if they're just not calling. That'll be interesting to go look at how many fouls other teams are committing against us and how many times when we're getting into the bonus. Are we do we have a guy on the bench that's, hey, we're 1 foul away from the bonus, let's get the ball down low, or let's drive into somebody and try to get to the line with 5, 6, 8 minutes left, in a half.
I mean, hey, as somebody who lives on the East Coast, not mad at maybe these games being over before midnight this season. You know what I mean?
It's always about you.
And I saw this, consolidated the stats from the past few days and just put this together, and I thought that was just interesting.
It's an awesome graphic. Yeah.
Because this felt right. I'm curious if the defense side feels right.
And it's the free throw rate, obviously, if we had to pick one thing that's probably most concerning on the offense, right?
I think that's probably I think there's some noise in those stats because it's halfway through, but I would have expected with the types of teams that we've played with, I would say maybe 3 legit opponents, that we would have had some spikes in our efficiency numbers, and we would have had some spikes in other areas.
The 3.1 is brutal. That's
Mike, did you flip? Are these flipped from the last graphic? I hate you
He
so
flipped the
much
columns.
for that. My OCD is. I
flip the columns, dude.
I hate
That's
you
what happens
so much.
I know my mother said I just never paid enough attention to these things when I was finishing work up. So,
and his third grade teacher, everyone said the same thing.
I know I messed up on that, guys. Yes, there's some alarming things, but there's things that make sense. In a perfect world, I want teams. It is inefficient over time to shoot mid-range twos, long twos. So I am fine with us giving up a lot of mid-range attempts per game. Over time, that's not efficient. You want to be shooting more threes, so I don't mind that. But we are perfectly content of packing the paint and just letting teams chuck up threes, which is that, though. What's he doing?
This is unrelated. I'm showing Brody my
He's trying not to interrupt you, but he interrupted you by being obnoxious.
No, it's not about being obnoxious.
I'm
He
almost
can
done
listen
at
and
all.
read at the same time.
You could type it in the chat. You just typed 2 things, and then you decided not to type that one. Don't yell at me.
Don't yell at me. That we need to clip. Or well, we can't because that was that's in the closet. But anywho, over time, I'm fine with that. That plays to our style, I guess, of defense, and kind of like an NBA type of defense where we're fine. We're going to give up points 4 feet away from the basket, and we're going to let you chuck up threes all day long. You make it great. If you don't, it's going to be a long rebound. If we get the defensive rebound, we're going to kick it out to someone who's cheating ahead.
Zoom in, yeah.
Yep. So it plays into it. I guess I would have just expected, if we played every game like we did against Bethune Cookman, I think these numbers are different. But
I also feel like we're playing a lot of bad teams that rely on 3-point shots.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. When you're down 20 or you're at any point, the coaches, I don't care who shoot, just close your eyes and yuck it up. Like so that plays into it, because I think if you were playing elite teams, through 10 games, it's not going to be 352. So I think there's some definitely a correlation to our very lackluster strength of schedule and the fact that teams are just going to shoot threes all day long. I think it makes sense.
For our audio listeners, what this defensive rating graph's basically showing is Mizzou's giving up a lot of threes. We're allowing a lot of 3-pointers. Mid-range, we're cutting down on. And our defense has gone down 55.
Yeah, they're not like advanced metric. It's just the numbers of we have given up almost as many threes as any team in the country so far. And we played a very weak schedule. But 352 out of 365?
Yeah, 364, something like that.
Yeah.
It
so
also
that's all that means. It's not like a metric of efficiency.
No,
it's
just
simply
pure,
just how many attempts.
And then the hats off to the proximity allowed. 11th in the country is phenomenal. It just shows the jumbo lineup, the big, limbering Eastern European, good academic guys that we got, of not giving up easy buckets. But again, overtime, you want to shoot 2 feet in front of the three lineup. I'll let you do that all day long. Overtime, that's terribly efficient. So.
But we've been doing that a lot more this year. And also, if you like big, lumbering Eastern European guys, boy, our next game has the right type of dude for you.
Shout out the
Eastern European on the team.
I can't remember the guy's name, but he defected back to Serbia.
Yeah, they had a guy who just is back in Serbia.
He disappeared. I think he's playing in the pro, the
pro league or something. Defecting? Is it the correct verb there?
No, but it's
funny. Defect from America.
I saw the press conference where they're
we'll let you go.
They asked him hey, why is he not playing? He's like, he's in Serbia.
Yeah, I think he was right, and I think he was, or at least I was reading. I can't remember the guy's name.
He was a bench guy.
Yeah, I think he thought he was going to play. So I'm sure there was some,
he's not here to play school. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No. So anywho,
that's funny.
That's for what it's worth. I just thought these were interesting.
Who did that quote, Julian? Was that Cardale Jones? I know Ian. I know Ian in the chat. If you're still here, Ian, if Ian's in the chat, just tell us. Just Cardale Jones. Okay. Just wanted to check before we moved on. I didn't want to get on a tangent. Yeah.
All right. What's the next one, Mike? What's the next screen?
Last one. This is just a overview of SEC, State of the Union.
For our audio listeners, give us a brief descriptor here.
Vandy
the SEC.
Vandy came out of nowhere. I think we were talking about this last time. Early season ranks, they were 250 to 1, and now they're down in the mid 20s to 30s to win it all. They have been a very good offensive, highly efficient team. I think Florida, they've had a tough schedule. Mizzou's kind of, depending on who you look at, whether it's Bart Torvik, Hostlemetrics, Evan Mia, Ken Palm, everyone kind of has Mizzou in this same vein of right in the middle. I think really between Ole Miss to LSU-ish, they're kind of the same teams. SEC still number one conference overall per Ken Palm, with average net rating of a 19. So I just thought I saw this morning. I was like, let's give it to our faithful followers. I thought it's pretty interesting. Everyone's in the top 100, net rating in this conference. So
yeah. Right now, I mean, if you're looking at just pure these stats, Mizzou is near the bottom. Not the bottom. Trailed by Texas A&M, Mississippi State, South Carolina. But
yeah,
Florida, hard schedule, ranked second. Alabama, hard schedule, third. How hard has Vandy's schedule been?
I need to go back.
I looked this up earlier,
yeah. What I don't know what mid-season tournament they were in, but
early season, but yeah.
they just like they went from like 250 to 50 to 1 in like a 10-day stretch or something like that.
Here are their opponents so far this year. They opened against a powerhouse Lipscomb.
Come.
Then they did beat UCF on the road, Eastern Kentucky, Arkansas Pine Bluff, Texas Southern, Western Kentucky, shout out the Hilltoppers.
I'm guessing they're blowing those guys out of the water.
Not really. Sometimes. Texas Southern, they beat by 35. Western Kentucky, they beat by 5 at home. VCU, or that was neutral site. VCU, that was the tournament. VCU, they beat by 15. St. Mary's, they beat by 25. Okay. That's a good win. SMU won by 19. And then Central Arkansas won by 21.
So no crazy names.
No,
but like,
yeah.
They're beating the brakes off the mid tiers.
Yeah, no.
Their opening game was 105 to 61.
Jesus,
dude, that Vandy game last
I know it's
year.
Lipscomb,
but yeah,
I don't want to talk about that game. The overtime one, I assume.
Yeah.
No, but
anywho,
I just think
horrible.
this shows that once after Illinois, like we get an 8-day break or 7-day break now, and then another small break, and then it's right into it. So,
but we get Illinois. We get a little break before Illinois, and then coming out of that, we get Florida right near the top of this list, and look at those efficiency ratings, and then we get Kentucky, also pretty
Who's
high up there.
But like Kentucky's been rocky. They've had some real up and downs.
I don't know if they might not make the tournament.
Yeah. They're in that weird limbo spot where and we are too as opposing fans of like I don't know exactly where they sit post like Cal. Yeah. You know, like the name still means something, the brand still means something, but I don't know if the new staff has been able to like capitalize on that yet.
Yeah, they're not
so we're in that weird ground.
You could say that Mark Pope is looking for divine intervention. You've sinned, Mark Pope. Okay, after Kentucky, who's it?
After we play Kentucky?
Yeah.
And then it's Ole Miss. I was avoiding saying that just because they're kind of near the bottom of the list.
No,
there.
but I mean like the first few there.
Not an easy game.
Florida, Kentucky, right off the rip.
Florida, yeah. So ranked Illinois, ranked Florida, Kentucky, who is still Kentucky, and it's at Kentucky. So whatever the heck the name of that
Florida's
stupid
at home,
arena
right?
is. Florida's home. Yeah, so neutral Illinois, home Florida, and then at Rupp Arena, in Kentucky, and then at Ole Miss, and then home Auburn.
If you want to turn the season around, this is the stretch.
That's what I said after when we lost to KU. I said, hey, you come out, you beat Illinois, and you get off to. I said you don't need to have a winning record for forever. I'm saying have a winning record through like 5 conference. If you can go 3-2 to start conference play, and you beat Illinois. I think we're back on track for the tournament. And I mean, that's a tough ask. But
we almost beat Illinois last year without Grail.
I went to the hospital that day. I don't know. I'm deferring to you guys on that one.
Is Stone back? That's the question. Is Stone back? Can Ant play the same way?
Yeah.
That I'm feeling a lot better about that game. I need to look at Illinois a little bit more. I honestly don't know much about Illinois' team this year, besides they have a lot of international players. Can we hire an assistant coach who just like chills in Serbia, and their only goal is to find good Serbian players to come play here?
And just steal them from Illinois, specifically. Because if we know that if we don't find them, they
need to grab some borscht on the go and hit up every gym in Serbia. We need.
Who was it? What is that dude's name? Who went off on us last year? Jaka.
Jakahunas?
Yeah, Jakachonis.
1 second.
I feel so stupid right now. I shouldn't have brought it up.
Curtis, don't say that about yourself. It was. Let's see here.
Jakachonis.
Kasparis Jakachonis. 21 points.
Jakachonis. Yeah. Yeah. And
then Trey White also scored 13 points and then transferred to Kansas and then dropped like 20 points. So,
I mean, 4 of their 5 starters dropped double figures on us. Yeah.
But let's look at the Missouri player stats from that game.
You
Josh
said
Gray,
if Ant
0
does it
points.
again.
Josh Gray 0 points, 12 minutes. Tony Perkins 18 points on 37 minutes played. Tamar Bates 17 points. Anthony Richardson 15 minutes, 2 points. He had an awful game. Mark Mitchell,
Anthony
33 minutes, 18
Richardson?
points.
The quarterback.
Yep.
You said
And
Richardson.
that was it. It was Bates, Perkins, Mark carrying the team. Jacob Cruz had 7. Aiden Shaw had 10 minutes. Marcus Allen had 11 minutes. Trent Pierce, 19 minutes, 2 points. So, like,
that bench got their work in, but
look,
Cruz bad game. Yeah.
Peyton Marshall, 6 minutes, 2 points. Ant's got to step up. I've said it I sound like First Take. I've said it every time. But, like, we're not making the tournament unless Ant plays like he did second half of Bethune Cookman every game in the SEC. We got to have it. Gotta have it, need to have it. I need Boat to hit a couple threes. I need Tio to keep shooting, but also to just do smart things with the ball on offense. I need Sean Phillips to go through guys instead of trying to make the baby hook a thing again. Sean Phillips, you're so big. Turn around and jump really high.
Yeah.
And get fouled. Why do we baby hook this? You're bigger than most people.
At least like go for the foul or something. You know what I mean?
Do something.
I mean, I don't want to see that dude from the free throw line, to be honest with you, but
at least
you
you're
get my
getting
point.
fouls on somebody. At least you're getting
Exactly.
fouls on somebody. And Cruz, fire away, my brother. Fire away. You've earned it. Fly high, King. All right, I got nothing else to say until we do our Illinois preview on Thursday. Anyone else?
Yeah, I don't want. Yeah, I know we went a little too deep into Illinois, deeper than I was planning on it, but my bad.
Hey, well, we had 5 to 7 people watching this entire time. So the Circle Up crew, thanks for circling up with us again. After we post the audio of this tomorrow, right, Curtis?
Yeah.
Go and
won't get
open them
banned.
up and put it on repeat on your phone, and then bully all your coworkers to watch as well.
And for those of you going home for the holidays, bully your family members as well.
Yeah, get Mima's phone, download it, have her listen to it,
Grandpa got a new iPad.
put it on there.
Download the Spotify app.
I'll send him a referral link too. So
Yeah. And hey, put their credit card info in. Hit that subscribe button. You know.
Yeah.
They would make a donation.
Smash! That's subscribe.
we're PCI compliant, so we're good.
But boys, we did it again. Another great pod.
God.
Another great pod.
We're the best.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up on this team until I do, which might be if we get crushed by Illinois.
Well, no, we needed you to give up on the team so that I didn't give up on the team. You know what I mean?
I will be
So-
bringing my ceremonial sword to commit seppuku live on stream if we get crushed by Illinois by too much.
If you see you might be wandering the streets of St. Louis. Just
Actually, I might be going to that game too. Actually,
Yeah. Shout out Illinois game. Shout out Barnes Jewish Hospital. If you do decide to do the seppuku that day, go for it.
Do it at the Barnes Jewish.
Yeah, they're good people there.
Mike, did your family do the first person sees the arch gets to punch the person next to them? Arch
No,
no
I think-
archbacks.
I think that just usually happens in a car full of boys. So
You
No,
Midwesterners.
Alyssa does it to me. I'm never ready for it, and she punches me really hard.
You're always driving. You know what I mean?
I've been in the arch like 2 times.
I went to the arch as a school trip. It's all right.
I met
it is
a
what it
British
is.
guy last weekend who was absolutely shocked to find out you could go up that thing. I'm never going up it.
I guess from like
Does-
an engineering perspective, it's like
Does
it's pretty
seppuku
cool.
does seppuku demonetize more or less than Mike dropping an F bomb? Well, Mike's gonna drop an F bomb
Depends
as I
which
do it,
F-bomb,
so we're
to
gonna
be
get double struck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I doubt I'll be able to go to the game, but if I can squeak it out, I'll go live at the Enterprise Center.
Yeah.
And I'll,
People are like, shut up. And you're like, I'm from the circle up pod.
yeah.
Okay.
Show some respect.
I'll
Show some
dig through-
respect.
I'll dig
My
through
lady will be
Rolodex.
there, so I'll be here alone, so I can we can just live stream me watching the game while I also
On your
play
racing
video
setup?
games. Yeah, exactly. On my with my racing, I'll be doing F1 and watching the game. Weird note. Did we ever figure out it was just like a scoreboard thing where they just called him Bethune, right? That's like they didn't like change the name of the school or anything. But on the
Yeah.
scoreboard, right, it just said Bethune.
It's probably just a character thing. I don't think they could put. They're not going to put BC.
They put Bethune Hibachi instead.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
doing?
I think Ian hit the nail on the head. I'm definitely going to inquire about media. for that
Yeah,
game.
you can get him pretty much anywhere. Grow out a mustache. That's helped me a lot. I've
not a
worked a
mustache
few
guy.
events in my day.
I can't grow in as
shouldn't have
thick as
gotten
you,
into.
Curtis.
Yeah, I like
All right,
mustaches
I gotta
like bow
go.
ties. I hate them.
I gotta go.
All right, most famous Bethune Cookman alum, Kimbo Slice.
Really?
He also went to University of Miami for 3 semesters and majored in criminal justice, and then ended up at Bethune Cookman. So
Yeah, and then he dealt out some justice, all right.
Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
He said street justice is the right type of justice.
Yeah.
He said whatever they're teaching in these schools is not for me. So he dipped. All right, that's all I got.
Yep. We'll see you guys on Thursday.
Au revoir.
MIZ.
Amazing.